Hello everyone, and welcome to this week's episode of the Hope Club. It's really great to have you with us. My name's Charlotte. I'm part of the families team here at St Wilfrid's in the parish of Brayton. And each week during the summer, we've been sending you a video with a story and some craft activities to do and a song to sing along to help you and your family have fun together, spending some time with God. Today, we're looking at a story when Jesus healed a woman and a little girl. And you can find those stories in the New Testament part of the Bible. That's the part about Jesus' life. Before we hear the story, I have a little ready, steady challenge for you. Are you ready? I want you to think about a time when you've been ill. It's not always very nice, is it? Who looked after you when you were ill? Shout out their name now. Well, in today's story, there are two people who had both been ill for a long time, but Jesus helped them. Let's listen to the story. One day, when Jesus landed in Galilee by boat, there were lots of people waiting to meet him. Everyone wanted to see Jesus. A man called Jairus came running to Jesus and fell at his feet, begging him to come to his home and heal his 12-year-old daughter, who was dying. As Jesus began to follow Jairus to his house, a great crowd followed him. They were pressing against him, and it was very difficult to move. A woman who'd been sick for a long time and could not get better was trying to reach Jesus. She believed if she only touched the edge of his clothes, she would be healed. It was very hard for the woman to get through the crowd, but finally she did, and as soon as she touched Jesus, she was completely healed. Jesus knew straight away that someone had touched him, and when the woman admitted it was her, he smiled and told her, "Daughter, do not be afraid. Your faith has made you well. Go in peace." As Jesus said these words, a man came from the home of Jairus and told him that his daughter was dead. When Jesus heard this, he turned to Jairus and said, "Do not be afraid. Only believe and your daughter will be well." When they arrived at Jairus' house, everyone was crying. Jesus made all the people go away. Then he took the girl's parents and his disciples into the room where she lay. Jesus took the child by the hand and said to her, "Little girl, I say to you, get up." At once the little girl came back to life and everyone was amazed. Then Jesus told her mother and father to give her something to eat. Everyone was so happy. Jesus had God's power to raise people from the dead.
Hello, it's Dynamic Dan here, and today I'm thinking all about how Jesus can heal and make things better. Throughout the Bible, there are lots of stories of Jesus healing people. He helps a blind man to see, helps a lame man to walk, and heals a bleeding woman. And those are just a few examples of his miracles. In the story of the bleeding woman, she reaches out to touch the robe of Jesus, and it's through that connection and through her faith in him that she is healed. Now, I don't have a robe, but I do have this rather strange looking tube. Hopefully you can see inside there are wires and lights, but at the moment it's not working. It needs a complete connection before it will work. And Jesus wants to make a connection with us. It's a bit like a friendship, but a really great friendship. Imagine meeting someone for the first time and becoming friends with them straight away through how much we have in common, how much we like spending time with them, and how much we want them in our lives. Jesus wants to be in our lives, and when we reach our hand out to him, it's as if he reaches his hand out to us too. And when that happens, amazing things soon follow. Wow. So, how does it work? Well, it's not magic, it's actually science. And if you know anything about electricity, this is basically a circus with clowns and jugglers and acrobats and... No, not a circus, a circuit. And like all circuits, it will only work when there are no gaps and when the circuit is complete. And you know, some people feel like they have gaps in their lives, areas where they need help and they're not sure who to turn to. But having a connection with Jesus can help fill those gaps. And you'll notice there are no secret switches, no buttons, no passwords or secret codes to enter, in the same way that there's nothing difficult or complicated about having a connection with Jesus. First thing we need to do is find out more about him, and we can do that by reading the Bible, speaking to grown-ups who already know Jesus, and praying to God, which simply means talking as if we're talking to a really good friend. And then we just need to invite Jesus into our lives, open our hearts, and reach out to him. And that's how we can experience his love and his light. And so we know that through having a connection with Jesus, healing can happen. But you might feel like you don't need any healing in your life. And certainly I hope that you're not sick or in pain. But there are times we all feel different emotions. Sometimes you might feel upset, sad, scared, lonely, angry. And our God is a God that can heal the mind as well as the body. In the story of Jairus' daughter, her family were understandably feeling really low, really down, because they thought their 12-year-old daughter had died, a bit like these flowers, lifeless and wilted. But Jesus said, "Little girl, I tell you to get up." In fact, let's try this. Everyone say, "Little girl, I tell you to get up." On 3. 1, 2, 3. Little girl, I tell you to get up. To get up. Oh, nothing happened. Well, you're definitely saying it. Maybe this time we'll try it a bit louder and we'll see if anything happened. Whoa! Hey look, the flowers are alive once more and the family's mood was lifted. And whenever we're feeling down, God can help lift our mood. Wow! Sometimes straight away and sometimes it takes a little longer, but he is always there and always wants to be connected to us. I've been Dynamic Dan, stay awesome and bye for now.
Thank you, Dynamic Dan. Isn't that exciting that we can have a connection with Jesus? He cares about us so much, no matter how we are feeling or what we're going through. So it's almost the end of this Hope Club session. We're going to end with our Hope Club prayer. Can you remember it? Each of our fingers is one of the letters in the word hope. So hold out your hand, palm up, and we're going to touch each of our fingers one at a time. Are you ready? The first one is H for happy. And you can think about some of the things that make us happy and say thank you to God for them. Maybe your friends, your family, your home, something outside. You can say it quietly in your heart or you can shout it out loud. Let's do that now. The second one is O for oh dear. Sometimes we do things that might make other people a bit sad, that might make God a bit sad. Maybe we were grumpy or we argued. And we can say sorry to God. Let's do that now. The next one is P for please. We can ask God for all the things that we need and want. Let's ask him for some things now. And the final letter, E, for everyone else. Maybe you know someone who's ill or a bit sad or lonely or scared at the moment. Maybe you could ask God to help them. Again, you can say it quietly inside your head or you can shout it out loud. Let's do that now. Amen. Thank you so much for joining us today. It's been really lovely to have you with us. We hope you enjoyed the family fun sheet and the craft activity, and there's a song on there as well for you to sing along with. You can find a link to them in the description box below this video. And if you were sent this video by email, it'll be attached to the email too. If you've missed the videos before this, you can find them on our YouTube channel. And if you'd like to be added to the email list and have them sent straight to you, please email Reverend Hannah, and her address is in the description box below this video. Thank you so much for joining us today. Have a good week. Bye.